Need to remind you all about some deadlines that are very critical in everything that we're doing here. So the mail can come through until this Saturday, as long as it's postmarked by November 8th. And we will continue to pick up mail on a daily basis. We've made arrangements with our main post office. The cure runs through Monday, which is November 14th. So anybody on the cure list, which means we couldn't match their signature to what we have on file, they have until Monday, close of business, in order to get that ballot cured. Provisionals. The NVSOS needs to send us reports. Those won't come any earlier until next Tuesday at the earliest, Wednesday at the latest. So we can't count provisional ballots until we've got that report from them. So we're hoping that those will get counted by Wednesday. And then the canvass is on Friday, November 18th. That will be at 1:30 in the Commission Chambers at 500 Grand Central Parkway. So a little bit about the daily activity that we're going through here in Clark County to complete our count. We're going to hold a press conference every day to give out new information, new numbers, and give the media an opportunity to ask any questions related to what we're doing to process ballots. The mail will continue to process every day, and the cure processing takes place every day as well. Currently, on the website, which is available to the general public, we've got 9,579 people who have been entered into the cure process. Of those, 5,396 have not yet cured their ballot. That number will continue to grow until we're finished processing mail ballots. The daily hotline for the general public, if you receive notification from us that your ballot has gone to the cure, please dial 702-455-6552 in order to get assistance to cure your ballot. That hotline will be open Thursday and Friday from 7:30 to 5:30. On Saturday and Sunday, we will also continue to staff that to give members of the general public as much opportunity to cure their ballot as possible. We'll be open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on that hotline over the weekend. And Monday is the last day. Monday will be open from 7:30 to 5 p.m. in order for people to cure their ballot. Provisional validation will also be going on a daily basis. Right now we've got, and that number should not change, 5,555 provisional ballots that have come in through the early voting and election day period. So we've got staff that are fully focused on getting those processed from now until we report to the Secretary of State. We have to make sure that those voters were eligible to be registered. Once we confirm that information, then we mark that as a ballot that we can count. Those are electronic. Those are not mail ballots. Those are electronic and recorded on the in-person voting machines. We're going to publish a release of updated results every day that we count. So we'll have the press conference. We still haven't determined exactly whether it will be the same time every day, but we will have that press conference every day. And every time we count, we'll put a new update out on the website for everybody to see. The current status, which I'm sure everybody is most interested on. So the mail that will be tabulated today represents the drop-off boxes from Monday that we sorted and put through the system yesterday, and the Tuesday United States Postal Service pickup. So we have 14,718 mail ballots that weren't read last night that will go in today. Those will be reported in the evening when we release our new results report on the website. The USPS pickup for today was over 12,700 ballots. So those are beginning the process of going through the mail, through all of the processes leading through counting board and then sent over to count. That's what we've received. We still don't have the estimate on the drop boxes from yesterday, but I can tell you that there's a considerable amount of drop boxes that we received that had a considerable amount of ballots. But I can't give you that count. As soon as we have that, I will make it available this afternoon. Let's go through Thursday through next Wednesday, just briefly, and then it'll be time for you all to ask any questions you may have. So for tomorrow, we'll be working on processing Postal Service ballots as well as the cure. For Friday, again, it's the Postal Service and the cure that we'll be working on processing. For Saturday, that's the last day for us to receive the mail ballots. So that'll be the last day that we're working on processing those to get them to count. And the cure. Sunday needs to be determined. So we don't know yet if we'll have anything to process on Sunday. Everything starts to slow down on the ballots that are coming in from the Postal Service that are postmarked November 8th. So we don't know yet what we'll be doing on Sunday. Monday's the last day to cure. And so those ballots will be going in. Tuesday needs to be determined. Statutorily, that's the last day I can read mail ballots in. So whatever's outstanding, we have to have it in by that day. Wednesday, that'll be our provisional day. So by that time, we should receive the report from the Secretary of State, and we'll be prepared to load those into the system. Thursday, we'll be completing our canvas work. That leads into the canvas on Friday, which again is at the Board of County Commission Chambers on Thursday at 1:30 p.m. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Has every election day vote been counted already? Every in-person election day vote, Mr. Goria?
The in-person vote for election day is in the system, minus provisionals.
So every single one that was cast yesterday in person at a vote center has been counted?
Minus provisionals.
Minus provisional ballots.
And you have no idea how many provisionals there are, right?
I did. The provisional ballots that we have in the system are 5,555.
Ultimately, will most of the voting that took place in this county for the whole before and now be the most prevalent method be the mail-in ballots?
Yes, that'll be the highest turnout tally type. There'll be more mail than either the in-person early voting or election day.
So based on your numbers, your high numbers that you got for the first 2 weeks, it's conceivable that you will have thousands of mail-in ballots coming to the Postal Service today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday.
Well, I reported to you what we received today. It's
Right.
over 12,700. So yes,
48,000 more, but it's the same number.
I can't give you any estimates on what that will be, but we have to process them through
Are
Saturday.
you anticipating in thousands then, or still?
I don't give any. There's no way for me to tell. So why would I
Is
say
there
what
any
I think
chance
there
you'll
might
have
be?
final results before next Thursday? Is there any chance you'll report out the total Clark County results before 10 days out from the election, November 18th?
Repeat your question.
Is there any way we'll know the final results before November 18th?
You'll have the final unofficial at some point, probably Thursday before the canvass. But it's
Okay.
not official until we canvass.
Okay, so we want to have final results unofficial until then.
That would be the latest that we can have that out there.
Joe, what is the goal? What is the goal to have everything counted, the unofficial results? You mentioned the 18th, but what's the goal before that?
Well, we don't know what we're going to receive through the mail, and so we know what our statutory deadlines are as far as when we have to have them in. So we know by Tuesday statutorily we have to have everything read through the mail. So I don't have any idea really.
Have you increased the amount of people to help process all the mail-in ballots?
No, what we've done is ensured that we're fully staffed in all of the areas.
What's considered fully staffed?
Fully staffed. Every piece of equipment that we have available to process mail will be in use, and we will have the staff there to staff all of that equipment.
And how many people does that mean?
Oh, it's hundreds.
At what point during early voting is the county allowed to count the mail-in votes?
We can start 15 days before Election Day to start processing them, but we don't release any tally until election night. We have to receive verification from the Secretary of State's office that all counties are done. So we weren't the last county to be finished last night. We were waiting for some other counties to finish up before we reported.
You mentioned that the ballots that were dropped off on Monday are beginning tabulation today. Was there an opportunity to include those in the tally on Monday as well? Like,
No.
it seems like there is a delay time that you could have maybe opened those boxes Monday.
No, we opened them.
Okay.
But it's a long process of events that go into validating that ballot, validating the signature, getting it to the counting board where the ballot is separated from the return envelope, and then taking it over to tabulation to count. Right there.
You said that you didn't have an estimate of the number of ballots that were in the drop boxes yet?
Not yet. We will this afternoon, and I will report it.
Do you know how many drop box locations did have ballots?
All of them. In Clark County, every single vote center has a drop box. So we try to make it as easy as we possibly can for the general public to get those ballots into us. So every single location where we voted yesterday had drop boxes, and this department as well.
Oh, so they were separate than when people went and actually voted?
No, they were at those sites.
At those sites. So
Yes.
those are just the ones that are not counted? The ones
All
that
of
are
those
counted.
ballot boxes are being processed right now to empty them out, and we'll have that number by this afternoon.
And how many numbers are there? How many boxes were there?
Over 300.
Over.
Just to be clear, so the 14,718 ballots that you say you will release results today?
Yes.
Mailed in, right? So aside from that, we're still waiting for the drop boxes that came in on election day?
That's correct.
So, and just judging from what you've seen in the past, what are the numbers like on a daily basis from these drop boxes? Are they usually larger?
I don't have any numbers to give you on that.
Okay, but we still have to get all the drop boxes ballots that came in on election day?
They're being processed as we speak.
Okay,
The
aside from the 14,000?
How many ballots in queue are waiting to be tabulated in-house here?
Right now, today, I think I gave that number to you, was 14,718.
So those are the numbers that you just explained will be released today?
Today they will be reported on. Yes,
And
ma'am.
that's mail and boxes?
Please, sir. Wait till we finish.
Thank you. Yesterday, there was a report on Twitter from John Ralston that said you had a resource issue yesterday with counting election day ballots. Was that a correct report?
I don't have any knowledge of what Mr. Ralston is talking about on the staffing report. As I mentioned, we're making absolutely certain that we're fully staffed in the areas. We've got full commitment from county management and the county commission to make sure that we have the resources available. We hire these individuals from temp agencies who provide folks to come in and assist us with the processing of mail. It's been a long process. They're into their 16th, 17th day, so sometimes we lose staff because they're just tired of working every single day. Some of them are older, so we're replacing those workers as need be every single day. In the back.
Yes, hi. Have we seen any encounters of issues or concerns throughout the counting and processing process last night or through today?
Can you be more specific? What do you mean by encounters?
Yeah, no, just any issues or challenges that...
Nothing that stopped us from processing or completing the ability for people to come in and vote last night. At 7 o'clock, we had staff from the polls go to the end of the line, and every single voter who was in line at 7 o'clock got the opportunity to vote last night.
Joe, I got a quick.
Sure.
Probably three. One of them is, you are counting on Veterans Day, right?
Oh, there's no holidays for us. We'll be working Friday and the weekend.
That was the easy one. Provisional mail-in ballots and mail dropped in the poll.
Provisionals are not mail-in ballots.
I understand. Those are, is there a way to get how many of those total? Provisional mail-in ballots and mail
Sure.
dropped at the
I reported on that earlier.
are,
The number of provisional ballots that we currently have in the system is 5,555.
so if I understand correctly, every vote cast in person on election day has been counted.
Minus provisionals.
Those 555.
That is correct.
Okay. And typically, statewide, about 15% of ballots come in after election day. Do you anticipate that'll be about the same this year?
You're comparing oranges to apples. I don't know what you're basing it on. I've got one election, the 2020 general, to compare it to. That was a presidential. This is a midterm. So I don't have any comparisons.
So you can't tell us how
No,
many
that,
ballots-
not accurately. I'd be guessing, and that's not what I'm in the business of doing.
In terms of update frequency to the website, will the county election dashboard be updated more frequently than the daily release?
No.
Or is that data so just one update?
It's one time a day. So the ENR will be updated in the evening, and no, that'll be it for the general public. That's where they'll be able to see the updates. In the back,
Sir, you talked a lot about statutory deadlines. Lots of clerks around the country have reported results more comprehensively. But are you frustrated, disappointed in any way that you haven't released more results? Or
No.
are you comfortable with the process so far?
no, we follow the policy, so we're here to administrate what's in the law. So according to what the deadlines are, we're on schedule, and we won't not finish. Right, next to him?
Why weren't the ballot boxes processed last night, just in terms of how many ballots there were?
Sure. In Clark County, we're a unique jurisdiction. We're still servicing a full-service, in-person voting opportunity for voters during early voting and election day. In addition to that, we're providing a mail ballot to every single voter. So when we're focused on election day, we can't also focus on getting those. All we could do was secure those and make sure that they were stored safely. Last night we had 2 police officers who spent the night with the drop boxes that came in. So we didn't have the time last night. We were totally focused on receiving and continuing to keep people on the hotlines until the end when voters were done voting. So that's why we couldn't do it.
The 14,700 ballots that you're counting today, what's the parts and breakdown?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
So the 14,718 is the pickup for yesterday. You said that the
No, hold on. Let's not confuse the numbers. It's not just.
I'm sorry.
So I reported earlier that the 14,718 are the drop-off box from Monday and yesterday's Postal Service pickup.
Okay, so those are combined, 2 different things that are, it's a sum of those 2 numbers.
That is correct.
Okay, and today's pickup was roughly 12,700.
Post office.
Post office, yes. Will those 12,700 be in today's tally?
No.
Or will that be for tomorrow?
No. We'll begin to read some of those tomorrow, but more than likely on Friday is when we'll have the majority of the ballots counted. Right there?
Do you have any expectation of when those 14,700, when the results from those will be updated on the dashboard?
This evening.
Any
Folks.
specific time?
This evening.
Folks, if we could have one more question.
Can you talk of whether or not this is what you expected, to what degree you expected this kind of timeline, and this is the way it's unfolding?
Well, the timeline's statutory. So, yes, we expected the timeline to be what it is. I think turnout was good for a midterm. We definitely got more election day turnout than we did in 2020G, but the dynamics are so much different now that we have mail ballot going out to all voters, so it'll be some time. We need some elections that we can gather data on before we can make any kind of estimations on what to expect.
I'm sorry, you compared it to which year?
2020G. The general, 2020, presidential.
One more question.
One, is that?
Can we just confirm, the drop boxes from yesterday, when will that count be underway, from the election day drop box?
We're going to be processing them. They're still being pulled out of the boxes. We'll start sending them through the mail ballot process, and hopefully we'll start counting some of that by tomorrow, but definitely by Friday.
Joe, I just have one more question for you.
Sure.
When is staff beginning and ending, and is there a goal of we want to process X amount of mail ballots?
I'll have to ask.
Okay.
Thank you both.